Go ahead.
We have the Radiant, wearing hats and composed of 4 friends today and 1 siege. We have the Dire,
New friends
2
of
friends on the
ours.
wrong side of the river. We have an
Yep.
intro. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another ability draft analysis. With me, Carmenite, and you may have heard him, but you will not see him today, Stargate.
Why, hello there. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
So, like I said, we have a 4 stack on our side of the river. There's you, there's me, there's our friend Smog Island playing Medusa, and we have the Fool taking Ember Spirit mid. On the other side of the river, I definitely remember this off the top of my head. On Lifestealer, we have Richard Persimmons, who is indeed our friend. And, where is he? Gendai on Clockwork. All the baddie tanks are the goody friends.
Oh, he asked me a question and I did not even see it. That's why he was getting upset later in the game. He asked me if we were still friends in Discord or in in Dota. I guess he unfriended me because I was kicking his ass too much.
Oh no.
And he mentions
Oh
that later.
no. I invited him to the Discord channel. We might be seeing more of him. Hopefully, we can fight all
That's
on the
good.
same side in the
Yeah.
future. All right, we've
Yeah.
got a little bit of fighting for runes going on. I am bad at clicking on runes, so I don't get mine, even though I was not stunned or anything. All
I
3 of
lost
the
mine
other
too.
runes.
We got two
Oh
and
no,
two.
we got 2 and 2. Okay, just kidding.
Oh. Okay, so
No first blood.
you wanna look at bot lane? It's starting to happen.
Do I
I'm
want to look at
TPing
bot
out.
lane?
I go to top.
No. Let's look at top first and save bot lane for last because that's where the
Alright.
deuce is.
Okay.
You want to
So
introduce us or you want to introduce them? I give you 2 and I take 2.
yeah, let's introduce them first. So we have this Puck who was pretty annoying. He not only had Mystic Snake but also Spirit Siphon. Phase Shift is just kind of like a secondary thought there, and then that hook shot. What made Puck annoying was the stealing of our mana and our life, like all the time.
Snake is always a little frustrating to lane against.
Yeah. Then we have this weird Clockwork build. I kind of like it as a tank build. I don't think he really did that.
Looks like he wants to farm with his Quelling Blade.
Yeah.
Unclear.
So this is Gendai, one of our friends. And so he went Spirits, he went Power Cogs, he went Mana Shield, and he went Infest. Spirits is great, of course, for farming. The Power Cogs, he got me in a lot, and then he just trapped himself with Golems, eventually. So I don't really know what to say about that.
Speaking of golems, we have a warlock with golems and fatal bonds and some additional crowd control, kinetic field and hoof stomp. This build is very nasty. I think the biggest drawback of playing warlock is that your crowd control is hot garbage, and you've got some additional burns to go with dropping a warlock on people. But dropping the warlock is the only CC you have, and it is an excellent stun. But like, you don't want to stand there and channel the big stupid slow. Like that ability's a bad joke. You want to be actively moving and attacking and doing stuff. So you usually need to itemize to make that happen, and Kinetic Field and Hoof Stomp really complement the build. So this is a fantastical support build. And we have a Beastmaster. Hey, that's a me with, unsurprisingly, a Radiance build. Look at this, definitely a Radiance build. Retaliate and Flame Guard, passive damage, some lifesteal, you know, good reasons. And Primal Roar on Beastmaster is very nice, especially once you get that 30-second cooldown. Nice long
I
stun.
like it. I like it with the new icon. That's a pretty icon.
I believe it comes with my shoulders.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hat's OP. Alright. Speaking of OP, we have a Fool mid. He's got Searing Chains and Wild Axes. This is pretty decent. I really like Glimpse with Searing Chains. You can set people up and stop them when they're trying to run away, and then get up to exactly where you know they're going to be, and drop your Searing Chains right as they pop back into existence.
He's doing well in last hits too. I'm surprised. He's 17-4 right now, just below the Centaur, who is also mid.
Is he 17-4? I see him at 2-1.
The last hits and denies.
Yeah. Are you clicked on the right body when you say 17-4? Because I see Centaur at 2017.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
And Fool
That's
is at
you.
2-1.
Mother trucker.
Having a rough
Yeah,
time
he's
last hitting
not
against the
doing well.
Centaur, which isn't the most surprising thing ever. Centaur is very hard to last hit against. He has excellent base damage.
He does.
He also has Sleight of Fist, Nightmare, and Double Edge, and Fiend's Grip. This build is
Mess.
Hot Mess Express, I think is the best way to describe it. It looks like he's planning on leaning into Sleight of Fist early, which seems good. And being able to provide some CC for his team later also seems good. You know, I kind of don't hate it. One thing I found with like Swashbuckle builds and Sleight of Fist builds is you tend to like use your one main ability and then you're kind of just derping around for a little while, like waiting for the cooldown. So if you could throw out some crowd control in the meantime, like that's not
And
the
wait
worst
for it to be
thing.
there again.
Yeah, and then, you know, once your channel's over, you can just, your Sleight of Fist will be ready again.
Well, that's my problem though with Fiend's Grip is a channel. Couldn't he have taken Primal Roar? I know that you have it, but he was first in line. Couldn't he have taken that? I think that's much better stun. It would have
Yeah,
allowed for the cooldown to happen. Like,
I believe Fiend's Grip does a good bit more damage. Oh, it's only 150 damage.
no, it's not very much.
Interesting. I thought it did damage, but I am wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. It seems okay to have a channeled ability with Sleight of Fist, because you want to Sleight of Fist and then kill 6 seconds, and Fiend's Grip is exactly 6 seconds.
Yeah.
It's still a little weird to have a caster build. Anyway, let's take a look at bottom. That's where the dynamite is this game. We have, hiding by the tower, Richard Persimmons on Lifestealer. He's already got his Urn of Shadows. 5 minutes in, that's pretty good.
Sexy.
This build looks pretty decent. This is a good, supporty, tanky build. He's got Rage, and he wants to be up in your face with Battery Assault. I really like having Rage with that.
I like him having Waning Rift because he's able to jump on you with the Battery Assault.
Yeah, and get the silence going. He can also use Waning Rift to push you out of Dream Coil. This build is awesome. Really looks like it would be really fun to play. Very high potential for some big moves. If you can get that Dream Coil stun to go off, that is very long and does in fact do a ton of damage if you can force the break. So I like this build a lot. Some very good support builds. Which means Io must be their P3, and I'm sure he has an excellent right-click build, right?
No, not so much. I mean, he has the Ghoul Frenzy and he has the Overcharge. Those seem to
They
be
are making some
right-clicky.
big moves. We've got an Invisible Centaur showing up. He's level 6. Surely there's a big Fiend's Grip coming. Oh, he has no mana. It's weird. It's like he's a Centaur or something.
He does have a Void Stone, which is your favorite mana item.
I do like a Void Stone early for mana, that's true. And it looks like the gank worked out because the person we want to be talking about next is dead. But for the moment, you're not a fan of this silence, multiple attack speed buffed, stampeding Io, huh?
It's just not a right click build. Io himself has some pretty awful stats for being able to right click, and I mean, if he had something that gave damage, sure.
1.6 agility per level and 3 strength per level.
That agility is just so bad.
He's going to be relying heavily on items for damage here.
Well, Io was designed to be a support strength hero.
Yeah, he also doesn't have any means of farming efficiently.
I mean, he can get items to do that.
The attack
like, look
speed
at him right
and
now.
the slow is nice, but yeah, despite having a bunch of bonus attack speed, and this is hitting an intel hero, mind you. It's
But yeah, he's
Just
not doing any damage to me. Granted, he picks it up, but he's also picking up because of Gendai there.
yeah, 2-on-1 in Cogs is a pretty easy kill. And the attack speed certainly helped with that. But like, the argument I would make is look at him trying to jungle right now. Like, this is supposed to be a carry build, and he straight up can't fight a jungle camp at almost 10 minutes.
Ooh, that was sexy of you, Brian. Look at that. That stun is so nice under tower.
I have got to say that just the whole concept behind Primal Roar of just yelling at someone so loud they can't continue fighting. It's just such a Karen ability. I like it. I like it a lot.
Karen ability, just like completely stunning somebody.
Yeah, just straight up
Absolutely.
fully disabling somebody by screaming at them.
Oh man, it's so Karen. That's very funny. That's one of my
Speaking
favorites.
of Karens, let's take a look at this Medusa, because she is a nasty beezy.
Yeah.
Inner Beast, fine, whatever. Illusionary Orb, sure, nice to have a nuke and a way to move around. But Split Shot adds multipliers with your level 25 talent, and Exorcism procs on hit with Ags. So definitely some room to go before this build turns truly terrifying, but this combo is nuts. Looks like top just went real bad for us. 2 of us are down, and all 5 of them are pressuring the tower. Which we Glyph. And you hang out
Glyph.
far away from.
They also, I mean, they're having trouble pushing.
We also just took bottom tower. This Medusa had all the space in the world. Mr. Smog Island here had all the space in the world, since literally all 5 of them are top. Get the Centaur stunned under tower again. That will be a Centaur kill. And there's still 4 of them
Fatal
top.
Bombs early.
Yeah, great way to spread out a little bit of damage. Got mana boots on you. I decided to go for a blade mail early just because I don't feel like I'm going to be farming super quickly with this build. And I was a little bit worried about being under pressure. Siege making the big moves, getting stunned under tower, but does pick up the kill on Puck.
Yep.
Lifestealer and Clock turn around and go home.
He was pretty good with that Remnant too. I've always struggled with Fire Remnant. Using it for escaping at least. If not for chasing.
I usually use it for chasing. If you want it to be actually good for escaping, first of all, you need to not be getting your movement slowed, because you'll just Remnant so slow that it's hilarious if your movement slow gets lowered enough. But
that's hilarious.
More than that, you just need to plan ahead, and I'm not good enough for that.
Yep. Yep, that would be my story too. Okay, so I have golems. You have roar in about 15 seconds. The fight begins here. I drop golems.
I believe Siege just got glimpsed back into this. Siege goes down. Golems goes down.
Oh man, there's a funny moment here with Mr. Gendai.
Clockwork escapes.
He does.
With just the
little
littlest,
heal.
tiniest bit of health.
I run away from this nonsense.
I get stunned under tower. Lifestealer tries to do mean things.
I go down. I have
You
my golem
die.
leave.
I die. Oh man, terrible fight. What a sad,
Now,
terrible
Gendai
fight.
is trying to kill my golem here.
Or is this not the moment? Oh, this is the moment.
I think it's still the moment.
He's so low. He comes back in and
Jesus.
Oh no. Oh no.
Damn
Lol,
you.
damn you from Gendai.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh,
That was something else.
that was a good moment.
Those decisions. The choices were made.
You know, the golem is really tempting bounty. It's 100 gold if you kill it. Like,
It is.
Don't worry,
also-
no one saw. I'm definitely not making that the short from this video.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite moments. There's another favorite moment I have with Fatal Bonds and a glyph.
Oh yeah, I believe that was a big team fight at the end.
It was just nuts with the Centaur. Just took so much damage.
We've got 3 here. We're stealing their creeps. Trying to keep
Medusa's
pressure
doing
on the
farming
tower.
thing.
Yeah,
Medusa's
we will
got
notice.
that, Dragon Lance.
Let's check out net worth. We're about 14 minutes here. Centaur definitely dominated the last sitting mid. Has a couple hundred gold net worth over Dusa.
And
But
again, his build is not gearing to carrying.
they, yeah, they're kind of neck and neck. But Medusa's building agility, which is super obviously the choice for her. And Centaur is building caster stuff after phase boots. No, he's building a Battle Fury.
He is.
He's building a Battle Fury. I saw the Perseverance and just thought mana, but he is building a Battle Fury.
He
Here he
is.
is with a double damage. Sleight of Fist does not break Nightmare. If you're the one that casts Nightmare, it might break Nightmare if you're not the one that casts Nightmare. And I've got to say, double damage Sleight of Fist is very scary. Centaur kind of cleans house top.
Yes.
With Yuumi and Siege.
Getting that farm done.
Picks up the Fool also, gets half of my health in one go.
He also
And I'm
gets
not
the,
squishy.
golem.
I've got a Blade Mail and Bracers right now. Yeah, he's got
he's
his Battle
strong.
Fury. I would say that a second Battle Fury on this would make this a totally viable build. And then obviously some crit. We'll see what else he goes for. Huck has gone for a Witchblade, which, sure, gonna build Intel. Which Witchblade? The only Witchblade. The blade of the witchiest witches.
Witchiest witches.
I like it. It's got some intel on it. That makes it fine for supporting spellcasting. He already has a massive mana pool because he's Puck. And yeah, seems good.
Our Ember, he's got a Void Stone. Oh, he's going Ocarina Core? That's good.
Yeah, Voidstone, Mana Boots.
Oh. Searing Chains.
Yep, that's that Rage thing.
Yeah.
Makes using abilities on a
Hard.
Life Stealer quite difficult. Yeah, Ember's
Okay.
having a bit of a rough time. You're on your way to your Ags. Seems good. I've got my Blade Mail going, and I'm halfway through my save for Radiance.
Yeah, I get Axe pretty early, I think. Oh, that was a whiff.
Did we
on
see
his
that?
being
Because
ripped. Yeah.
that was amazing. Oh, Centaur with the Fiend
Yeah,
Grip,
they had some-
followed by
they had some rough
immediately
moments.
release. No one saw.
They did have some rough moments. I don't think this is the one, but there is definitely a Fatal Bonds moment on the Centauri.
Lifestealer is not warding or finding heroes, just walking around in our jungle bottom. Fascinating.
Ooh, Siege had a rough moment.
Each dice top. Yep.
Yeah. Lifestealer's build is interesting. He went a Vanguard?
I like Vanguard on this build. I like his plan. He's got the face boots so he can chase early. He's got the Urn of Shadows to put an extra dot on people while he's running them down with Battery Assault.
I guess he's planning to chase under towers. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, the Vanguard is just so he can put himself in bad situations without dying immediately. And that would have worked if not for a thing that pierces spell immunity. God, I love Primal Roar. What a great stun.
It's really strong.
Well, Fool just picked up a double kill with Wild Axes there. Very nice.
What's Drums of Slom?
Drums of what? Excuse me?
It's your Ags build on your Roar. I have no idea.
Drums of Slum. I've never seen this before. Beastmaster beats his drums. With ever-increasing speed, each strike deals damage to enemies around him, healing Beastmaster and units under his control for a portion of the damage
Can't
dealt.
strike his dumb if he's silenced or stunned. Okay. Okay. And it's 100 damage per
600
hit.
damage, 6-second duration, increasing speed. I kind of want to like test this and figure out how many pulses that is, because it seems like it could be very strong, maybe?
Yeah.
So Medusa has taken the lead on farm, is almost done with Ags, is looking to get ganked right now. But the IO gives away the position by killing the courier.
Yep. And there's an observer ward right there. Like, God, they had a lot of vision bottom.
Yeah, that's a nice
I was
spot.
never bottom. I was always top. So. I feel less than responsible. God, this.
We
This
go
is
super deep
good
top,
fight.
trying to get on the clock, but he slips through our fingers. Meanwhile, Centaur comes a running in. I take a nap. Glimpse, let Centaur dodge the hoof stomp, and
Watch this, watch this. There's the glyph. Look at him go.
The glyph keeps all the creeps up so you can actually kill him with Fatal Bonds. That was hilarious. That's so silly.
Awesome.
What an amazing glyph. Oh, Lifestealer successfully runs down the Medusa. Ruh-roh. Seems good. Looks like he used his ult too.
Was it double damage mid? You guys are rotating.
Is this the double damage that I spot at 22:55 and try to grab it and it turns into an illusion rune? No, it's not.
No.
Lifestealer grabs
No.
the double damage and throws on rage.
And just walks away with his courier getting killed. Interesting. Oh, the glimpse.
And runs away because there's 3 there. Glimpse is bad.
Oh,
Fool gets caught out of position. We kind of want to pressure this mid, we kind of don't. Looks like Siege and Fool have decided to fight alone. Siege gets out with the Fiery Soul, and to one of us with the Tether. Now it's 3v3.
oof.
Big
God
old Sleight of
damn.
Fist does a bunch of damage. I get my Blade Mail up and get Fiend's Grips. Centaur goes down, but I go down too. That's a double kill for the Stargate, taking out Racy Artworks, while Siege takes out Mr. Richard Persimmons. And he abandons the chase, with Clockwork very low and out of mana. Fascinating.
Oh, and I didn't even know that this IO is just warding the shit out of bottom. Holy fuck.
That is an
all the
amount
vision.
of vision. It's questionably done vision, but there's a lot of it.
We're just not even there, so it doesn't matter. Like, Medusa has decided to ward or to farm their jungle.
I think now that she has her
Rightfully
Ags, she's ready to be closer to the fight.
It's so funny. Yeah, Smog Island really like figured out their vision game.
I think I don't remember mentioning that, but it is a pain train of ghosts flying at the Centaur. And a couple big golem ghosties coming down on him too.
Well, I just mean like he must have been getting attacked down there.
He definitely got ganked bottom a couple times.
And
Between that and
ran
the
away
item timing, it's definitely time for him to hang out with the team here.
with the team. Hmm.
So
Yeah,
we are
I got-
up 3k, but they're up 4 kills. That's very interesting. This is not the first game where I've seen that, but you and I and Medusa are all killing it on the farm, and the only one on their team that's keeping up is their Centaur,
Yep.
who is currently dead and is currently not going for a second Battle Fury. Instead, he's gone for an Aether Lens, and now he's going for Ags for the improved Fiend's Grip. I understand wanting to be able to have other bodies up while you use Fiend's Grip so you can get out of it very quick more, but
Sure.
I feel like just straight up right-click damage would serve him better. Alright, the fight breaks out under their T2. I pick up the kill under tower. Medusa gets picked off. Oh, I believe
get
this
picked
fight
off.
was right after I grabbed my Radiance. Yeah, so this is the 4th and 5th hero I'm trying to fight, and it turns out all of them is a little too much. I almost get the IO before I go down, but not quite.
Using blade mail might have helped. I think.
I used it earlier, and I'm not sure when it
Okay.
came off cooldown.
Mhm.
I definitely mentally had decided it was on cooldown. Also,
I'm
just
looking at
attacking
the
may have helped,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe.
because I've got some lifesteal, so if I just hit lifestealer a couple times, instead of trying to run toward the IO, that might have kept me up long enough for the Radiance to finish the IO off.
So the blade mail did go in. It did start.
Yeah, the Blade
think
Mail
it
helped me
came-
kill the Clockwork under tower before the fight.
I think
Or
it
before the fight
came
with
off
everybody else.
when you were fighting that IO though. I think it was on.
Oh yeah, it definitely didn't last through the whole fight. Yeah, and I wasn't looking at it. I was trying to get on top of the IO.
I just think your build is very good. Like
I like
definitely
it.
hurts them.
I'm a big fan of Radiance builds. That fight was definitely the hey, I have Radiance now, we should take a team fight.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, farming bottom in all division in the world.
Crazy. I had no idea.
I am in such a bad position right now. And yet they're all top. Top and mid. Medusa is trying to make the fight happen, going after the Lifestealer. Lifestealer has a Clockwork inside and freaking won't die. Medusa just has to run away. And the spirits will do the damage and heal her up eventually. Big old golem on Centaur turns that chase right around. I catch Io going up the hill, and Smog picks up the last hits. Some chase, and Smog brings down the Clockwork as well, and now we've got 2 golems and the entire team hanging out top. Sure, we're all going to come up here and hit this tower, and I'm definitely not going to die here right now, right? Is that how this is going to go? I sure hope so.
I love Meteor Hammer with golems. Such a cool thing.
Seems good. Indeed, that is top racks down. That is middle tier 2. Very close to down, if not actually down. And now the score is still a little bit in their favor, but only 2 kills up. But we are up 10k gold. I would like to point out, we have a set of racks down, and they have 1 tier 1 down. So I think that gold
Yeah.
disparity is
Is
largely
something like that. Mhm.
largely in our buildings taken. Successful fight ends. We all back off and go kill Roshan.
Can I talk about Io's build for a second? So
Yeah,
he's got this Desolator, but then he's really like splitting. I don't know what he's building here.
he's
It looks like
building
he's
a
trying.
Dragonlance and crit. I don't know
Okay.
why he doesn't have the recipe for Dragonlance. That's the thing he should have finished by now. Or he should have finished crit, but like having the base items for both and neither recipe is
Strange.
not great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Blades of Blacktree belt is base items for Dragonlance, and the Broadsword Blades is the base item for crit. I don't hate either of these items on him. 30 minutes seems late to be getting a Dragonlance if that's the thing you need. And I can't say I'm surprised at where Io's at right now. He's second from the bottom in farm. All he has is attack speed on what he wants to see be a right-click carry build. He invested in a Desolator early. He needed a Mjolnir, I think, is like the only viable option on a build like this. Siege goes in to deward. There's a Lifestealer behind him who wants to TP out, but does not get to. Sorry, Lifestealer.
Manta, Dragonlance, Aegis, Axe. Some serious build, and he's going for Lincolns. That's good.
I don't necessarily agree with Lincoln's. Oh man, look at his own personal exorcism when he right clicks on towers. Ooh, Golems come in just a second late to save the Aegis, but Medusa is just fine. And now we pressure high ground.
I just wanted him not to gang up on her.
Clockwork does the Rorschach in prison thing. I'm not in here with you, you're in here with me! And then he dies. Big old useless puck ult happening right under the tower, but no puck ability to push us out from the middle and get us all stunned, so we all just stand there and kill him. And that is an extremely one-sided fight. You know what's hilarious is this Medusa is level 19 right now.
Yep.
And this
Very
game
close.
is moments from being over. I wish. Like, look at how many ghosts are flying just with her single target proc. Can you... It would just always be Exorcism on if she got to level 25. Oh man, I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it so bad. Anyway, Deuce and I get some extra farm in. I'm well on my way to a blink, a strength blink. Fool has his Octarine core and is going for some crit. That's interesting. You have your Meteor Hammer and an Axe and an Octarine core. That all seems good. Siege with the Guardian Greaves and Sage and Kaya. Huh. Gonna be honest, I don't really get this build. I don't know how he has kills. I don't know what this build does. But he's obviously making it work, so.
Yeah. I mean, the Kaya is nuking. I mean, it's really the Brain Sap. The Brain Sap is so strong.
Yeah. Looks like Puck is leaning more into the right click. Well on his way to a Mjolnir.
He has Brain Sap and Shadow Word, both of which become AoE with Shard. Yeah. That's an amazing build.
I see. Okay. Centaur has still not gotten his Ags 35 minutes in and having possessed a Battle Fury for a good portion of this game. He is also now 6th place in net worth after being 1st for a good portion of the beginning of the game. I really think this is just all build decision. Like, going for this Ags to improve his Fiend script is such a fail when he has Sleight of Fist. Like, either another Battle Fury if he felt like he needed more mana, or just into crit next. Anyway. Let's see, how's the Clockwork doing? Clock's got Ags and 2 pairs of boots. 1 boot for each foot. What?
I don't know.
Anyways, the Medusa goes uphill. Golems fall on the enemies and everybody dies. There are ghosts everywhere. There are some big scary red genies hanging out too.
I love those genies.
I go deep. Take some hits from the tower. End up fighting Centaur and Clockwork all alone while you and Dusa destroy their entire base. Siege shows up to keep me alive and secure the kill, and that is GG. And I think it was a good one. If you watched the whole video, thank you so much for watching. You can catch me live Tuesday and Thursday night streaming Dota 2 probably, maybe some other stuff also. If you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description. Yeah, all that stuff. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mom, invite your mom to watch Dota videos with you. Do that. I know you want to. Anyways, until the next one, good luck, have fun, and don't die.
See ya.
All right, and that brings us, oh yeah, speaking of Patreon things, if you do the Patreon things, you get to see the post-game analysis, which starts right now.